Here with Keith Jones, the Executive Director of the Bpia, which is the Biological Product Industry Alliance. And we're going to talk with him a little bit about what's going on in the industry for biological products. And we talked with him for an interview that appears in ABG earlier this week. And we just want to do a little bit of follow-up on video. You used the terms vibrant and dynamic to characterize the current biological market. And it's being driven by a number of factors, including the regulatory environment, consumer demand, grower interest. How are these biological companies going to take advantage of those issues to increase their businesses?
Well, from my perspective, the easiest way for companies to take advantage of those issues is actually to participate in Bpia. So for example, new regulations, they have the potential to help the industry to grow, or they could have the opposite effect. Now, there's nothing that prevents an individual company from trying to positively influence regulation other than the amount of resources that one company may have. When a company becomes a member of Bpia, it can actually leverage its resources by combining with the resources of all our members. And a coalition like that has a much greater chance of getting a positive outcome. Similarly, an individual company can try to capitalize on consumer demand and grower interest. And on some level, every company should and does need to do that. But as part of an industry association like Bpia, there's a multiplier effect. Many businesses collaborating are going to have a much greater impact with any audience, including consumers and growers. So I would encourage businesses to become a part of Bpia and become an active part of Bpia.
How would they go about doing that?
Oh, well, the simplest way is just go to our website, www.bpia.org. There's an application right online that you can fill out and you submit it.
And do you have to be like a manufacturer of biological products to be a participant?
So we have a wide variety of membership categories. So it includes manufacturers, marketers, distributors, and even service providers. So if you're in the biological products industry in any way, we have a membership category for you. And we actually expanded our membership recently. We actually now have food companies and even growers. We have membership categories for those kinds of businesses as well.
You mentioned a lack of awareness as the biggest challenge to growing the biological market. What can growers and organizations like Bpia do to overcome that challenge?
Well, the most direct answer I can give you, and I think this is one that you will appreciate, is in one word. It's communications. But I don't think the onus is on the growers at all. It's really up to Bpia, it's up to our members, and it's up to the entire biological products industry to communicate to growers, to consumers, and really to everyone about biological products. First, we need to make more people, including growers, aware of the fact that these biological products exist and how efficacious they are and the many benefits of biological products. Many people are just not aware of the variety of biological products that are available. So there's now effective biological products for commercial agriculture, but also for forestry, home gardens, ornamentals, public health, turf. The list goes on and on. And there are so many benefits of using biological products, but the biggest one is little or no impact on human health and the environment. Bpia's mission is advancing sustainability through biological solutions. To me, that means raising awareness. And we actually just added a great but brief video to our website at bpia.org. It's just in just a few minutes, you can watch that video and you can have your awareness raised about biological products.
Perfect. Last question that I have here for you, at least we've prepared for you. We seem to be emerging from this pandemic, hopefully. Although that Delta variant we keep hearing about could cause a hiccup here. What lessons did your organization and its member companies learn in the past 18 months or so that we've been going through this?
So I think we learned many lessons. And one of the biggest ones that we learned here at Bpia is to more effectively use technology. Prior to the pandemic, we had the capacity to do video meetings, but we rarely did them. We mostly did in-person meetings and we did conference calls. During the pandemic, we stopped all our in-person meetings and we actually stopped our conference calls. We went to all virtual meetings and we saw a definite increase in member participation. Prior to the pandemic, we would do 4 Capitol Hill days every year, where some of our members would come here to Washington, D.C., and we would meet with members of Congress and their staff. we would get a few members from outside the area, but we definitely had greater participation from our local members. During the pandemic, we started making these Hill Days virtual. Our attendance actually quadrupled, with members from all over the country participating. Now, at some point, we will be able to return to in-person meetings, but I think we'll continue to have some virtual or at least hybrid meetings because of the greater level of participation that you get. When our members don't have to travel, pay for airfare, hotels, don't have to sacrifice time away from the home and the office, it makes it a lot easier for them to participate. And I think many of our members learned similar lessons about more effectively using technology to benefit their customers and those relationships as well.